So we're told that there are 21 students in this class and their scores were between 0 to 100 inclusive. Question, was the average, the arithmetic mean of all the scores of all the 21 students, was that greater than 75? So I'll start with statement 1, says the median was 80. There are 21, which means this is the 11th value counting from either direction. We have 10 here, 10 here. So for example, if they were all 80, then the average would just be 80, in which case the answer would be yes. Now, could we get an average that's less than 75? Well, if these were zeros, the 10 values, and then this is 80, and let's say these 10 are also 80. In this case, the average, the sum here, we have 11 values with 80. That would be the sum because these are all 0, and then divided by 21. So you'll see this is approximately 40, halfway, because 11 and 21, that's about half. So it's 40, that's a less than 75, so that's a no. So sometimes I'll do a quick yes and no just to be absolutely sure. So 1 alone is insufficient. 2 says the minimum of the 21 test scores was 70. So 70 is the minimum, and then we don't know what the other values are, but clearly they will be greater than 70. Again, I'll try to do yes and a no. So if they were all 70, then the average is 70. In which case the answer is no, the average is not greater than 70. And if the least was 70 and the remaining were all 100, then yes, the average will exceed 75. So 2 alone is insufficient. If we combine 1 and 2, our median is 70, least value is 70. So we have 10 values here, excluding that median, and then 10 here. And median is when you arrange them in increasing order. So the least is 70. So the worst case scenario here will be that these all 10 values are 70. And then here, the worst case scenario is if these are all 80. So this will give you the lower bound of the average. And in this case, the average would be 70 times 10 plus 80 times 11 over 21. You'll notice more than half. So if they were half, meaning if this was, let's see how to kind of do it without the calculation. So if this is, these are 70 and 80. So if this, because the average of 70 and 80 is 75, but more than half are 80. So that means the average will be slightly more than 75. And you can compute this. I mean, sometimes, not that you really want to do this, but sometimes, in the exam, maybe if you're feeling uncertain, sometimes you have to do that. And then this would be 21 times 5 would be, 105. This is a little bit more, so it's going to be 75 point something. And that's because of that middle value here. So the lowest limit is going to be slightly more than 75. And of course, all other cases of, this being, say, 71 and then 82, all those would be higher than 75 point this value. So in all cases, if we combine 1 and 2, the arithmetic mean will be greater than 75. So 1 and 2 together are sufficient. Answer is C.